Hi, welcome back to our lessons, which is computer literacy and security. Today we are going to take a look at before the today's lesson. Let's go back to the previous lesson. On our previous lesson, we were looking about something about Microsoft Word pad, and we were able to type and make changes to it. That is the typing and editing a document in Word pad. And by God, we were able to finish through the most important field, that is the edit, the text, the format, the size, and everything. We were able to go through. And today's lesson, we are going to take a look at when you are inserting a removable drive, or if you go to my computer settings or my computer icon and you open it, you need to see all your attached devices, and that is what we will be going through our lesson for this tutorial. Now, to do that, let's assume you have a pen drive. You want to copy, assuming you don't know how to copy a file from your system to a pen drive. So you need to copy something from your computer to a pen drive, and you don't know how to do that. And that is what we'll be going through this morning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert a pen drive and try to copy a file from the computer to the pen drive. So I just inserted my pen drive. So if you insert any drive or any devices to your computer, there should be a sound, as you heard beginning when I inserted the drive. You hear the sound, so I will just remove it again. If I remove it, you will still hear the sound. If I insert it, you'll be given a different sound. So that is that gives you the idea that a device has been attached to your system. So I just have to open my computer. In Windows 10 it says this PC. So if I open it, this is what I will be seeing on this Explorer. So at the Explorer, I will see my devices. First of all, I will be seeing my hard disk. That is the one in the laptop. This is the name and the size. So I have the disk in here. Then the next one, which is the CD-ROM. Unfortunately, my system does not have a CD-ROM, but this is an ISO ROM. So you have it there. Then you have your USB drive. Most of us will call it pen drive, but you have your USB drive. So the USB drive is now showing at my computer. So what are you going to do? You first of all open it. Now when you open it, you either minimize your application or you just reduce the size by putting your pointer at the edge of your Explorer. Then you click and drag backwards so that you have your desktop icons. You can see some of it. Then you go through which file that you want to copy onto the pen drive. So what you have to do, you just have to right click on it. I'm still using the Girls in ICT Training folder. So you just have to right click on it. Then you choose send to. This time, because you have a pen drive or a removable drive attached to it or USB drive attached to it, I will just have to choose this. That is the name of my drive, so I'll just have to choose it. Now immediately I choose it, you will be seeing a copying onto your system, onto your pen drive. Now you can see the folder in my pen drive now. So if you want to do a copy, that is the first step. Now I'm going to delete it and do another copy to the pen drive. So I've deleted it from the pen drive. Then I go back. This time I'll right click on it and I'll choose copy. First one I did send to, but this time I choose copy. So you just have to come to your folder or your pen drive Explorer, then you right click on it. Now when you right click on it, you choose paste and the file will be copied onto the pen drive. This procedure is done for all other devices. If you attach a standard drive, you can use that. If you attach any device that can be transfer a file to it, you can do that. The same procedure, you can also transfer a file from a pen drive to your computer. So when you're talking of transferring or copying a file onto your pen drive, onto your computer, this is the procedure. The same procedure of copying from the desktop or from your computer to the pen drive. The same procedure copying from your pen drive to the computer. So inserting a pen drive and transferring a file from your computer to your pen drive. This is the end for that part. So I'm still repeating that whenever you insert a pen drive, you go to your computer icon, you double click on it, then you will find the USB drive connected. If it's not a pen drive and if it's not a pen drive but a external drive, you see the external drive name in there. So this is a simple way for transferring a document onto your system. Now let's move to the next one, which is what keyboard and mouse settings. Let's assume you are a left-handed person. You use your left hand to do everything, and now you've been given a desktop with a mouse, and you find it difficult to use the right hand to control the mouse. Then you need to change it to your left side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you how to do that. First of all, we go to Start button. At the Start button, I type Control Panel. As I was saying, that mine is a Windows 10, so instead of me going through the steps, I will just have to choose it from this angle. So I'll click on the Control Panel and wait for the panel to be open. Now when the panel is open, all that I have to do, I just have to go to the settings or the options, then choose from this, that is the mouse. So when you click on the mouse, this is a mouse properties will be open for me to make changes to it whenever I need it. Now the first one says button, the second one is pointer, the third one says pointer options, wheel, and the hardware. But we need this, the button, because I was saying that if you're a left-handed person, you use your left hand to do almost all your things, then you need to set your mouse to that angle. So when you come here, you just have to switch the primary and secondary button. So if I choose this, you can see that first this blue was here. Immediately I choose the switch, the blue has turned it into the other side, which is the left. So that means that your left click at your right hand side has changed it to your left side. So at your left side, your first finger, the directional finger, is your left now. Then the next follow the directional finger turns into your right finger. So that is how you can make changes to it, so that you just have to use it with your left hand. Now under it we have a double click speed. Now the double click, if you want to increase it, you can choose to increase it. It depends upon you, however you want your system to function, you can choose it. So you just have to click on it, then you drag. Unfortunately mine, I cannot move it, but for Windows 10 and other options, Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 7, Windows XP, you have access to change it. So I just have to change it like this. I just have to drag it in front, then it will change. So that is my double click option. Then the click lock, for that one it's not necessary because already you can see that it's disabled. So if I choose it, there will be a problem, so there's no need for me to enable or turn on the click lock. So for that option it's not necessary, but the most important thing is how to switch your mouse click to your left hand or to your right hand side, then the click speed. Now let's go to the pointers and see the pointers. Now I'm using a Windows default settings. If you want to make changes to it, you can choose any of the of the settings. All these things are there. So the one that you prefer to use, you can use it. And at the same time, you can also download mouse pointers from the internet and add it to your existing one. It's very simple. You just have to go to the net, you search mouse pointers. You have a lot of pointers, then you download the one that you prefer or the types that you prefer to use. So when you're talking about mouse pointer settings or mouse settings, you can do that. So that is for the mouse now. Now we have other one which says motions. Now if I choose this or if I increase it, now my mouse speed has increased. I can increase it faster. You can see that the mouse has been the movement of the mouse has been increased. So if I bring it down, you can see that the mouse goes too slow. So the mouse speed, you have access to increase it. It depends upon how you want your mouse to function. So that option is there. Then we have visibility. If I click this one, you can see that my mouse has extra features. It seems like a shadow chasing the original. Wherever it goes, it will follow you. So if you need that, you can also do that. If you want to reduce it, you just have to drag it back, and the visibility will also change. If you don't need it, you just have to deselect it, then it will go off. If you need the shadow location to immediately you choose it, that options will come. So it's the show location of quantum when I press Control key. So it says yes. So if I leave it, if I press the Control key and click and leave it, this symbol or that sign will come. All these things, if you need it, you can make changes to it. So for mouse settings, you have access to it. So whatever that you want to do, you can make changes to it. It depends upon you. Now let's go to the wheel. The wheel is not necessary because most of the mouse do not have it. And as I made mention, it's not necessary to do those things, but the future, the common ones that you may need it in your work or in your function, this is how you can go about it. So I'll just have to click OK and leave this area. Now we are done with the mouse settings. So as I said, you go to start, you search for control panel, you click on it, then the Explorer will be open for you. You click on mouse or you search for mouse and you click make changes to wherever you want to do. Now the next one is the keyboard. Let's also search for the keyboard, which is here. I click on the keyboard and I'll have the keyboard settings. Whatever you want to apply to it, you have the cursor blinking rate, the speed of the cursor. You can increase it. Just have to double fasting, typing and repeating character speed, and you can do anything to your keyboard settings. That is the speed. So if you want to make changes to it, you can also do that at the keyboard settings. Now let's cancel it and go back again. So as I made mention, you go to start, you click on you go to your menus and search for control panel. When you find it, you click on it, you wait a while for the Explorer to be open, then you go through to whatever you want to do in there. So we are done for the mouse and the keyboard. Now let's go to removable of the programs and features. So if you want to remove a program, if you want to install the program, how are you going to do it? That is what we are going to go through for now. So if you want to remove a program on your computer, just have to click on that option. Now when you click it, you have all the programs listed for you. Then you go to the type of application that you want to remove from your system. So My system, I think most of the program are necessary for me because I'll be using it to develop things and do a lot of things. So I may not remove any program from my system. I'm just showing you how to install uninstall a program from your computer. So what you have to do is just go to the tab that you want to remove. Alright, I've gotten something that I can remove it from this program. I'm no more using this modem, so I can remove it. So immediately you click on it. At the beginning you will not find it. You just have to find this organize. Then the list will be there. So immediately you click on one of the program, you have change and uninstall. So I said I want to remove it. So I just have to click uninstall. Then this option will come. Are you sure you want to delete it or uninstall this application? And I says yes. Immediately I choose yes, the program will be removed from my system. So this process is applied to all other applications that you may not need it on your system. If you don't need it, you just go to control panel, you select programs features, then you remove the program that you don't need it on your system. So if you are done, then you close the application complete. So for now we are done with removing the program. Now installing a program is just a simple activity. If you could remember, I inserted a pen drive. So let me see if I can get a program on my pen drive that I can try to install it for you. Alright, so on my pen drive, this pen drive is a bootable pen drive. So the bootable pen drive, I can run it in this system. So I just have to choose or double click on the settings. So if I click on the setup, this option will come. Do you want to allow this application to make changes to your device? I said yes. So immediately I choose yes. The prompt options will come for me to follow. However I want to do it, I just have to follow the instructions there. Installation, we don't teach installation, but we give you the process. How if the setup is on your pen drive, if the setup is on the external drive, if the setup is on the machine, how to do it. You just open the specific folder that you want to install the application from. You double click on it, then you look for the setup. Immediately you find the setup, you double click on it, then the instructions start popping up. So when the instructions start, you just have to follow the instructions and perform other tasks on it. So that is how we install a file from your pen drive. So immediately I choose the close. You can see that the setup is preparing my computer for formatting. So I will just wait a while to see. Yes, it says that get important update, and you can see the top here, which is the title. It says Windows 10 setup, get important update, download and install recommended, not right now. So if I want to continue, I'll just have to choose next. But if I don't need, I'll just use this and close. And another question will come for you to choose yes or no. So I'll choose yes to create it because I don't need any new installations on my system. So we'll be ending our lesson here and we'll be continuing in our next lesson. See you.